the famous couple from Little People, Big World. Zach and Tori Roloff recently talked about Tori's loss. Before Josiah Roloff finally arrived, the two discussed this horrific incident in great detail and how it affected them. What were their words? The Little People Big World group was taken aback when Tori Roloff disclosed that she had miscarried in 2021. Tori, Zach, and the whole family were understandably devastated to hear this news. In a recent Raising Heights podcast episode, the husband and wife discussed that family tragedy once again. Following that tragic loss, the husband and wife have had a few years to recover, absorb, and try their best to grieve and move forward in life. Since then, they have happily raised a family of 5 in Battleground, Washington, and welcomed Josiah Roloff into their family 4. They are still very much affected by that loss, though. Speaking on the event, Tori Roloff stated, "I can remember just being so mad at my body after that," in an interview with her husband for the Raising Heights podcast. "It was said that I experienced a missed miscarriage, meaning that my body was unaware that the baby had died. It had been 3 weeks since the growth had ceased, so I was left to decide how to proceed." Zach Roloff also added his thoughts to this terrifying encounter, saying, "When you have 3 kids, you get a little excited and you announce it a little earlier. You become somewhat more enthusiastic and take a slight detour. I seem to have told the family and the TV folks that, naturally, the issue of miscarriage, which is by definition divisive, came up while they were talking about their terrible miscarriage experience." Speaking on the situation, Tori remarked, "To me, it felt like we had lost a member of our family when we lost that baby. You know, when you get pregnant, that's a baby." Not everyone who follows Tori Roloff and her husband on Little People Big World agrees with their views on miscarriage, despite the fact that many of them share empathy for what she and her family went through. Following her baby's death, Tori expressed her disapproval of the situation. "That person's decision to be in that room is beyond me." While maintaining her stand, Tori Roloff attempted to minimize the harm as much as she could. That there are unique situations under which a miscarriage could be required was acknowledged by both Zach and Tori. In any case, it's inevitable to encounter some criticism when discussing matters like these as a family in public. Ultimately, Tori told her listeners that these are their opinions as expressed on the podcast and urged them to hear the entire thing in order to get the full story, as opposed to forming an opinion based on a few chosen sound bites. Zach Roloff, a cast member of Little People Big World, recently talked about his experiences filming the TLC series. He said that it wasn't all fun and games. What was said by the father of 3 children, then? When Tori and Zach Roloff revealed that they were departing Little People Big World after season 25, it drastically changed the show's destiny. Shortly after season 25 debuted, they abruptly announced that they would not be returning following the previous season. Fans of Little People Big World were enthralled by this, especially with regard to what this may mean for the brand going forward. Many fans thought that their family would be the ones to carry the torch into the future, even those who don't like Zach or Tori, with this move, though that was obviously not the case. Fans of Zach and Tori Roloff's podcast Raising Heights are aware that they have changed their attention to Raising Heights from Little People Big World. Even while it's not exactly the same as seeing a whole season of Little People Big World, listeners nevertheless get a deeper look into the family show's filmmaking process. For fans of Little People Big World, Raising Heights has been a huge hit. If viewers become tired of Zach and Tori's shenanigans, the majority of them will still tune in for the behind-the-scenes gossip. When even detractors are paying attention and offering Zach and Tori their opinions, it's a win-win situation in a number of ways. Zach Roloff was the final adult child of Matt and Amy Roloff to leave the Little People Big World set. Fans are aware that Zach has appeared in front of TLC cameras for almost half of his life. He just shared some candid photos of the actual filming procedure. Regarding his time filming Little People Big World, Zach remarked, "It was weird because there was always this expectation that I should be doing something right now. I always assume there's a small disclaimer when someone refers to reality television because, at the end of the day, these individuals are paying for a crew to be here." Zach continued, stating that although there were moments of joy during filming, it was also an extremely difficult situation. Zach, in particular, could not take the fishbowl effect of filming in public. Considering how long the journey lasted, Zach seemed to be happy to get off it and to be spending time with his family on his own terms.